"My angels," said Emily as she entered the door. Maribel excused herself to get dressed while Ms. T got to work on Ken and Karen. Maribel was quick to put on her denim skirt, white tights, and a Hannah Montana top in time to help out. It appears she was trying for worked all decades this week with the throwback from the 2000s. They cleaned up the babies and got them into solid pink and solid blue outfits, each having a gender-appropriate baby face sewn on their tummies, then took them down where they had breakfast ready, a mixture of rice, milk, and homemade applesauce. The morning activities included a different set of physical mobiles, face icons for both of them. Also, instead of rolling on the mats, this time the infants were told to stay onto their tummies and splay out their arms with their legs pointed straight back, keeping all appendages above the mat. Then Emily and Maribel each took a little one and played airplane with them. Squeals and laughter emanated from the two infants. "Keep those wings and tails up," ordered the little consultant to the even smaller airplanes. Ken and Karen's arms started getting tired, so the long mat was a welcome runway. Lunch was pineapple cut with a little bit of banana to make sure tiny tummies don't protest over the acidity. Afternoon was more mobiles and bonding time with Mommy. Dinner was carrots and peas, which, well, was a little easier to get used to than the butternut squash. Bath time this time involved bubbles from a bubble maker. The Hendersons really felt happy to be babies that week. Maribel's creativity for baby activities knew no bounds. After getting them dry and dressed for bedtime, Maribel and Ms. T sang Freshok in a duet to them until the two infants slept. Thursday's schedule was more happy and had more new activities. Food was all fruit today. The infants' menu was rice and pears for breakfast, mango for lunch, and melon and banana for dinner, always fresh stuff from the blender, not the jar. Playtime wasn't mobiles, it was a texture book. Each page had a different material: felt, smooth, rough, hard, and crinkly. Sometimes the simple non-21st century toys could be the best. Exercise involved inflatable logs where Ken and Karen learned to push with their legs and arms in their new bodies. This was also tiring, but it was good for helping them become strong enough to sit up and perhaps even crawl a little earlier than normal. The two of them missed their bonding time with each other and they were hoping to get some in that day. While they were napping, Maribel took a little bit of free time to video chat with her mom and tell her things were going great. Bath time was bubbles again, but this time it involved both the wand bubbles from a bubble maker and bubble bath. Oh, how much Ken and Karen wished they could at least sit up in the tub. Textures, smells, sounds, touches and tastes was their life this week, to help them put their personalities back into the reins of their new bodies. It seemed the infants were worked extra hard today, so they needed very little help going to sleep at night. Friday would be the last day for them and would be the time where ideas and suggestions get drawn up for the next 2 months. Maribel was going to spend time with the infants and their mother to go over how to keep the infants, and to a certain extent, Mommy, emotionally balanced so that no problems would less likely occur later on in their new lives. Maribel herself slept pretty heavily, except of course, when the watch vibrated her to her midnight chore of taking care of the babies, and in the morning when it was time for her to wake up. Because the babies were in a rhythm, Maribel did not put chamomile in Ken and Karen's night bottles anymore. Maribel was also going to encourage their mom to wake up in the middle of the night to change them until they became a little older, because this routine seemed to work out well for the both of them.